Hello, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to unbox some more Energon Universe art. I mean, whatever. I've said it before. It's what I'm having the most fun with in comics this year. And today's a big one. It's I'll spoil it up front. It's more Jorge Corona art. Now Jorge Corona has been the surprise of the year for me when it comes to art. At the beginning of the year, I knew his name. I was aware of some of the other projects, like Middle West that he was working on with Scotty Young. I'd seen some of his covers at DC. So I was aware of his name, but not really of his work so much. And then when he was announced as the replacement artist taking over for Danny Warren Johnson on the Transformers series, I was like, okay, I didn't really know what to think. I thought, okay, I thought, like everyone else, I feel like there was a bit of a hesitation, like, oh no, like what's going to happen after Danny Warren Johnson leaves? But the book was in great hands, and I've gone to say on this channel before that I tend to prefer Jorge Corona his Transformers work over Danny Warren Johnson. Now it's a bold statement, not to deny anything about Danny Warren Johnson's talents, about his art. I mean, his writing style for sure, but it's just I really thought that Jorge his work on Transformers, it just landed more with me when it comes to the characters and the emotion of the story, which obviously that goes credit to Danny Warren Johnson for that, but the art conveyed the heart of the story, which Danny Warren Johnson is known for. So yeah, I unboxed a package of pages months ago that had pages from issues 7, 8, 9, and 10. Today I have some art from issues 11 and 12. So we're gonna jump right into it. One thing I did want to notice or mention that I'm going to be spoiling some stuff here because some of the content is from later in the story arc. But I will say that the second volume of Transformers is now out. So if you want to, you can get it online. You can read it digitally. It's a wonderful continuation of the story, and So all right, enough of that. I want to open some art. So let's get to that. So again, it's a package from Annabelle Kirby through Kirby's Comic Art. So let's get this open. And I like working with Annabelle. She thankfully will do some payment plan options, and that's I feel like the payment plan is the collector's best friend. It makes things a little more manageable. And I've talked about what the goal of the year has been. Selling some things and then buying new things, and the payment plans make that much easier to manage. So, all right, this is securely wrapped. Okay, so now I have it so that I'm down to just 2 panels of Masonite, and we're gonna open it up finally. That was a quite a bit of unwrapping, and I had to creatively edit that because no one wants to watch all of that struggle. So wow, okay. So there are 3 pages in this package, and that is really cool. The I don't want to say the page I was most excited for, but I mean it's the page I was the most excited for. It was on top, and it's facing me, so I was staring right at it, and that is really cool. All right, so like I said, I will talk about some spoilers from the story arc, just because what I've loved about this series is that each issue, there's so much story in each issue, And when that happens, when you have an issue that's so cram-packed, jam-packed with story, each page kind of becomes a moment. And it's, I don't want to say like every page is a memorable moment, but it feels like, every page you can be like, oh, that's where this happened, or that's where, because there's no wasted space, because the issue is just so full of story. So in talking about which pages to buy and which pages speak to me, naturally those moments kind of take the forefront as well as the art. So I will be talking about some of the things that really attracted me to these pages and these moments. So if you have not read Transformers Volume 2, if you are planning on reading Transformers Volume 2, maybe not watch the rest of this video until you have read Transformers Volume 2. If you haven't, and just consider yourself warned. So, all right. So let's finally get this opened up here. This is, yeah. Now, the other thing I can say is if you're familiar with the story, if you're familiar with the pages that I've picked up so far, it's not going to be a surprise what some of these pages are and what they contain or who they contain. All right. Put that down here. All right, so let's get which. All right. All right, we're going to start off with this page. Yeah. And damn. Man, this is so freaking cool. All right, so I'm just going to... This guy, Beachcomber. Now, he became the star of the show for me when it came to Transformers Volume 2. When he kind of was introduced in issue 10, actually, the end of issue 9, which you saw me unbox that page before, and then his origin in issue 10, I was like, this is a fantastic character. Thrilled to see him added to the series. And it was kind of a choice that was out of left field, but it made so much sense, given the story context. So, yeah, fell in love with this guy. So this is the issue 11, page 1. It sets up, Beachcomber was kind of partnered up with Spike, and the Soundwave's master plan was to kind of siphon energy off of Earth and feed Cybertron. And this is a page where you see Beachcomber. Yeah, that's great. So he, you see him starting up his kind of like motorized surfboard. So this is him on Recon going to see that water being sucked up and all of the sea life. You see there's sharks and fish and all that stuff that's being sucked up there and then converted to Energon and then sent to Cybertron. So this is part of Soundwave's master plan. It's being enacted. So Beachcomber is seeing this suffering, and then you see on the bottom of the page, you see all of that being sucked up and feeding Cybertron, and Cybertron's being pulled through this portal that has been opened. And you see Beachcomber in that last panel. It's just kind of like, oh man, this is not good. But yeah, I love these top panels that kind of it's Beachcomber getting on his surfboard, testing out the waters. That finger running through the waves there. You see the motorized engine on the surfboard, and then catching a wave. Man, this is awesome. This is so freaking cool. Now, yeah, I can't. When I saw this as one of the preview pages, I was like, oh wow, that is one that I'm gonna want to target. And thankfully, it was available, and I was able to lock it down. So yeah, that's fantastic. All right, so the next page we're gonna look at is another one that, let me just take it in for a second here. Yeah, so I talked about the big draw of Transformers and Danny Warren Johnson as the writer is the heart that gets infused into the story, and the partnership that he's you know created with Jorge has been just like friggin' amazing. So this is a page. It's later on in issue 11. I forget exactly which page specifically it is, but yeah, it's there are certain moments that I think define this series so far. You know, the Optimus Prime with Megatron's arm. That's a big moment. And then there's the issue 2 where Optimus Prime inadvertently steps on a deer and kills it, feels terrible, and then quickly learns the value and the fragility of life on Earth. And so later on in issue 11, Beachcomber has kind of convinced Spike that, like, look, we're not going to be able to impact the events of what's going on right now. We need to kind of get out of here because Beachcomber, he's vowed not to fight. Like, he's not going to fight directly. He's not going to he doesn't want to raise a weapon to fight anymore. And he wants to kind of do what he can to preserve the life on Earth, but he also sees this as, I don't think that this is something that we could take on. So we need to I need to get you out of here. I need to get you to safety. And Spike's like, okay, I guess you're right. Like, what can I do? He's confined to a wheelchair. Like, I can't change this either. So I agree. Like, let's get out of here. So they start walking through the forest, and there's a callback to that deer scene. So yeah, that's so Spike sees the deer, and he was like, he remembers, the value, the lesson that Optimus Prime learned, and he was like, he has that moment of like, yeah, we can't abandon. We got to do something. So it's in this moment that Spike remembers the lessons of Optimus Prime, realizes that yeah, there's not a lot we can do, but maybe there's something. Maybe there's something we can do to turn the tide of these events, and that's what you see. You see Spike kind of coming to that realization, seeing the deer, remembering Optimus holding the dead deer. So you get that panel on there, which is fantastic. I love this top panel of I talked about it in the when I picked up that page from issue 8. The exterior like beach setting panel. Like, you get more of that. His drawing of the trees and foliage and all of this stuff, that silhouette of Beachcomber and Spike in the foreground with the focus on the deer, the light kind of shining through peeking through the canopy. This is amazing. Like, I just love this page. Yeah. I mean, sorry. And I love when he does. So Jorge does this on some of his pages. When you look at that bottom panel where Spike is, kind of the is it like just like kind of a shading, like I don't know if it's charcoal or not really charcoal, but like just a pencil. You get that shading on the back of Spike there. So that's super cool. Yeah, this is freaking phenomenal. Like, I love this page, and for the techniques involved, for the impactful story moments, the heart of the story. This is like a great representative page of what this series is all about. And it's Spike, who has suffered so much loss. He's being taught lessons by Cybertronians who have been on Earth. Optimus Primes have been on Earth for not that very long. I mean, at least aware of his presence on Earth. And Beachcomber, who has become the advocate for Earth. He's like, look, this is such beauty. But he also feels helpless in the events that are happening. So there's just so much complexity to the story. The characters are not one note. That there's so much to them, and that's what this series. That's why this series to me has been so good. And Jorge has been able to highlight that emotion so damn well. So yeah, this is great. All right, so. Now this last page, the one that I started off with, taking a peek at it. All right, now this is this is from the climax of the story, and you know, Optimus Prime it makes this huge sacrifice, and he has accepted his fate. He's gonna probably plummet to Earth and perish. And there's this beautiful moment where he's falling, and he's falling from orbit, and he's staring at Earth, and he's just like marveling in the beauty of it. And he's like, if this is the way to go, like this is a beautiful sight to behold. And then all of a sudden there's this epic hero moment, and this is what I was hoping for when issue 12, talking about Beachcomber. I really wanted this, some type of epic hero moment from Beachcomber, and we get it. Like, it's right here. Like, oh my god, that is so freaking good. Oh, look, I love collecting comic art, and this page has to be like the most excited I've been all year to get a page. And like I don't want to overblow it, but like I got chills when I was like looking at this page because it's just so damn good. So Beachcomber comes in there and he's like, yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? And talking about the beauty of Earth that he has come to love so much. He comes in, and you get that epic moment of Optimus Prime reaching out his hand. Beachcomber grabs him, and then he takes Optimus Prime to safety. So this page, I mean, look at all of this. All right, so one more thing that one other thing I didn't mention is the in that second panel where you see Optimus Prime falling. It's a simple. He just says Beachcomber, like, because he didn't know Beachcomber was on Earth. He had no clue that he's been there this whole time. So it was this epic reveal to Optimus Prime. Beachcomber comes like swooping in there, and my god, this page is so damn good. Yeah, I mean, like, seriously, there's so much I could say, and I find myself running out of things to say because I just want to stare at this page. Yeah, all the techniques involved, like, this is the way that Jorge draws like smoke and clouds, and like you get the exhaust like from this rocket powered surfboard. That's beautiful. All the noodling in the details of the chunk of Cybertron that you see, that's so damn good. And then the bits of pieces of Optimus Prime, he's falling through orbit, and he's like burning up on re-entry, and it just it's so good. Like all the little bits of pieces that are kind of like burning off of him, and he's just been through some shit, and it's like you can see it. You can see it all there, and it's so good. Yeah, what? Wow. Yeah, I don't know. This I've been anticipating this package of art, these 3 pages. I did not intend to start doing this when I started buying Transformers pages, but I've successfully kind of not completed, but I've collected pages that represent Beachcomber's story so well. His introduction, part of his origin, his a page that represents his relationship with Spike, and then this epic hero moment. I can't. Like, I'm so fortunate to be able to do this, and yeah, it speaks to what I've done this year. Is I've kind of refocused some things. I've sold off stuff, to kind of to hone in on the Energon universe stuff because I've been having so much fun with it, and just incredibly fortunate to be able to have secured these pages because they're just so beautiful. And Beachcomber might not be, and this is fine with me because when people target pages, I'm sure it's the Optimus Prime pages that go. There's certain characters like Starscream, Soundwave, all great characters. But to be able to kind of piece together Beachcomber's story through original art and have it all in my collection, that's amazing. Like, that's I didn't set out to be the Energon universe beachcomber collector, but that's apparently who I am now. So happy to be that, because like I said, this is such a cool character. That added so much to the story, and there's still more to be added. There's still more to be explored in his story, because I still feel like, you know, he can teach a lot to Spike. Spike is teaching a lot to him, and it's just a great relationship that all of this is possible. I mean, I think not all of it, but a big reason why this is possible is because Bumblebee gets shot in the head in issue 1. You know, because you always kind of think of like Bumblebee's the sidekick human character, and yeah, give me Beachcomber and Spike any day of the week over Bumblebee, and you know, and it's not that I still like Bumblebee. I'm not anti Bumblebee. It's just I feel like this opportunity in this story to come at it from a different angle, and in what the series has been about, as far as the journeys of Carly and Spike, it's been about their loss and how they're persevering and how they're kind of carrying on, and how this war is impacting them, because the series itself is all about war and how it's impacting all of the different characters and how they react differently. So yeah, it just makes so much sense to pair Beachcomber and Spike up. So I'm definitely looking forward to more of their story. So yeah, I gotta go. I gotta look at these some more without feeling bad about not speaking words out of my mouth. So anyway, thank you very much for watching this one, and I will see you soon.